Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to be covering how to get your Java IDE environment set up so you can begin coding and writing Java code. So I will walk you through installing the Java JDK. I will also walk through, installing an IDE and getting those components set up to get started. So on this demo, I will be using a MacBook. I know many people typically might have a Windows device, which is fine. This whole process works the exact same way. I just find that some people have a harder time setting up MacBook environments, so I am going to show it from that perspective. But again, the process will run pretty much the exact same way for Windows. So I'm going to go ahead and head to my web browser. That's what you would do as well, web browser of choice. And our first thing we're going to type in is Java JDK. So you see the first thing we do, Java JDK, and the first option we have is Oracle. Remember, Oracle is the one that owns Java. So this is where you want to go. You will see that there are more options when it comes to, Java JDKs. But typically Oracle is the one that's going to be housing it. So we're going to click on the Oracle link. Now, when we come in, you see that we're at the Oracle page, and this is where they have JDKs. And if you scroll down, it basically took me right where I needed to be. Okay, so when it comes to this is where you would have to be picking your right install file. So if you take a look, we're under JDK 25, and this is JDK 21. Now, it doesn't really make a difference which one you use. Obviously, I would recommend going with the newest version, but that is just basically how this website is laid out. Then you need to choose your operating system. So I'm not sure what you're using. You could be using a Linux operating system, a Mac operating system, or a Windows operating system. So typically, the one you're going to want to do is the one that would work with your computer. So the best thing I would say to do is, research it. And what do I mean by that? So again, to walk you through it, let's say, well, again, I'm doing it for Mac, so I'll just continue to keep it for Mac. In Mac, you see there's ARM64, and then there's the compressed archive, and then there's the x64. So you could simply just literally go to the internet. What JDK should I install for, and then you would say, exactly whatever your computer is. So Mac, boom, you go in, it tells you here. So it's saying, okay, Java 21 or 25, and then choose the ARM 64 or use this for Intel. So if you know your Mac has Intel, you would do the 64. If it doesn't and it's a newer model, ARM 64. Same would go for Windows. So just simply go in, look to see what your device is running so you get the right one, and then go back and install what you need. So again, if you look over here, we have your ARM64 as option and the x64. So when I come back, you see x64 and ARM64. So you're going to want to choose the right one. Now, both of them also have two different ones. So again, that's just a determination you would need to make for yourself of which one. If you look here, it does recommend the DMG, so you can go that route. So we'll come back here, and we'll go ahead and just install that. And then download it. So I clicked once, it's going to download. And then we just pretty much have to see if it's there, which it is. So now it's in my downloads. Come here, then we have it here in our downloads there. And I'm going to open it up. So I double click once it's downloaded, and it should be, well, it's not going to be exactly the same on the Windows, but you would walk through the same process. Your installation window will pop up. This is one for Mac. So double click on this box, and then that opens your installer. So again, same concept with Windows. Click continue, click continue. It's going to ask where you want to install it, so you can choose a special place or continue with the defaults. It's going to ask you for a password, so go ahead and put that in. It might not ask you that for Windows, but that's what Mac does. And then you see it says install is complete. So we click close, and we can move it to the trash after that. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. So we got that portion complete. I'm going to go back to Safari. And now that we have our JDK, I am now going to open up another browser and do Java IDE. Now, remember I said there's a lot of IDEs out there. And here are some. So Visual Studio Code, Eclipse, NetBeans, IntelliJ, which is relatively popular for a lot of enterprises or professional Java users. Again, we're going to try to go the easier route of setting up an IDE. So we're going to go with, I'm going to say NetBeans. So I'm going to type in Java NetBeans. Again, feel free to research your own IDE. Choose the one that you want to work with, not to force you, but I'm just going to go with the ones that are free and easier to understand and interact with. So we'll go with NetBeans. So here it is. We'll go ahead and go to the download section. And you see that they have a new release here. So why not get the newest release? We'll go ahead and go there. So here you see that we have your various installers and packages. So it gives you a bunch of information that you can read over. Not that you would necessarily understand all of it, but this is basically what you'll be working with. So here we have the installers and packages section. So if you click in there, now we are to the downloads page to get it. So you would select the one that works with you, whatever platform that may be. So Windows or your Mac OS. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Linux is right below if you have a Linux. And it is downloading over here in the corner. So we're just going to wait for that to finish up, and then we will run the installer for that. All right, it's done. We come here, open it up, double click. All right, it's going to walk us through the installation. It's telling us how much space it's going to take up. And we'll go ahead and get that installation moving. All right, it says it's done. We close, move to the trash. Now let's check. So I'm going to do a search. I'm going to type in NetBeans, and there it is. Click enter, and it's loading up, and voila, we now have a IDE to work with. So that's step one of getting started. All of the IDEs have a similar step that you need to take. And pretty much moving forward, you just need to set up your environment. So you see here we have new project, we have open project, new file, etc., etc. I don't want to cram that all into one video because you may be doing your research on your IDE, may take you some time. So I will create another video that will show you how to set up your IDE environment on here. So I will see you back for the next video.